Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
The first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. But tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Shuck. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Shuck out of the shotgun. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw here is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Here's Shuck. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing a best case now, he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw now, Shuck. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Alex Highsmith making a nice play and getting the sack. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. When you look at the Saints defense, this unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
There he goes left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Play action now. Shuck. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's a rookie from Alabama. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Saints at 6-5 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He's swallowed him up. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. Tucker's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A handoff for Warren. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now a handoff looking right. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
So if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
That's good for a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Back to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go.
Ready? Let's go now.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
19 Charger.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Boswell's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Off the play fake, Shuck. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, what was 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. 1 man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Steelers. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
They're on the 32-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something. Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Shuck. This one complete. It's Devon Vele. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Throwing, Shuck. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now in caught by Polk. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now Shuck. Tries the left side and finds Olave.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Shuck now to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tyler Shuck in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short throw to Smith. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Steelers first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Short throw to Smith. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
First down, Steelers.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And that was going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. 2nd and 4. Well, it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Come on.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Play action. Shuck. Slant pass complete to Olave. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Off the play fake. Here's Shuck. Wide open receiver complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have got it back to within a score. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Shuck. Olave over the middle. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Quick hitch, complete. It's Johnson. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And they'll give Miller another crack. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Saints. Jerron Jackson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken a 4th quarter lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Pass is caught. It's Metcalf going across the field here. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. 20 down the left sideline and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snap. And it's a fumble. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
Here we go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Halted in his tracks by Keanu Benton.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Let's go now. Red 38. Ready?
We're Rattler wants to throw it.
Setting up the screen for Miller.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space.
Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans. But tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New Orleans Saints. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime.
When you're on the road, the last thing you want to do is make a mistake that brings the crowd into it. Now you're not just battling your opponent, you're battling yourself as well.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Nifty move. And some room to run. And now the rookie's free. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there.
His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Looking to put a drive together.
To throw is shot. There's Chris Olave.
A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
Just a breakdown there defensively. It looked like someone got their wires crossed because no one seemed to pick him up at all. He's running free, and there's not a quarterback in the league who's going to miss that throw. That's a huge play.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on first down. Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. When you look at the Saints' defense,
This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
He's on his way.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
DK Metcalf.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers are able to extend their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
They juked him. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 39 yards.
And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 76 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's on his way. A big play there on the catch and run. 92 yards.
What a play right there. This is just a case of get the ball into his hands and let him do his thing. He had all sorts of room to run once he caught the ball, and he's finally taken down after as big a play as you'll see all season.
Tucker's kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. There he goes up the right sideline. Moving inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Looking to put a drive together. They're on the counter now on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Shuck.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored one.
Oh, wide open, complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 71 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big, big yardage.
Boswell's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think?
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation.
Oh, it's a wobbler here.
And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talked about that's exactly how they drew it up? Because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellas up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
Here's Shuck out of the shotgun.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
and now it's second down, but here's the field goal team out onto the field.
Tucker's kick is good. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, he's still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Come on. Back to 60. Back to 60.
And they take a knee. take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Now is a punter, Jordan Stout.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And they take a knee. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Here's Daniel Whelan now.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And they take a knee. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they will take a knee here. And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out of there. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
And surprisingly, they take a knee. And no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee. down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. And down to a knee. That's one option. And on fourth down, they come up and take the knee. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on fourth down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. And defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee. And on fourth down, they come up and take the knee. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right, stacked that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee. And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on. Pass the 60, pass the 60.
And on fourth down, they come up and take the knee. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on fourth down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. And on fourth down, they come up and take the knee. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. And on fourth down, they come up and take the knee. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead.
Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles? Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And look at this, the punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's second down. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 224 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Here's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Shuck now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, Brandon, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's third down. To throw now, Shuck. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field.
Back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Derek Harmon in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. This is third and goal. He's back to throw. Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Chris Olave from 10 yards out. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's first and 10. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's first and 10 now. Complete, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Second and 11. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack, now they force the incompletion on third and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
That's pulled in by Wilson.
Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Saints, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.